Well, welcome to playoff game number 1. We're going to be watching the Black Pirates, that would be us. We'll be taking on the Gray Pirates. Since our last game ended, we have moved up to second in the standings. White Pirates are out of the playoffs, so I guess that makes them number 3. Either way, however that works out, the Black Pirates now at the number 2, and we are playing the number 1 team, the Gray Pirates. The Gray Pirates are technically undefeated for the season. They do have one loss to us, but that was really off technicality, not off of actual on-the-field loss, but they do have one loss to us by the rule book, and they have 2 ties with the White Pirates. For the season, I think, split the White Pirates, or no, they got us by 1 game. So we played 4 one-point games with the White Pirates. They won 2, we won 2. So, and then I think we had 2 other games that they beat us in. So that's kind of how the season goes. So here we go for first round of playoffs. Important time to note for this. We are taking on the number 1 team in the playoffs, who has not been beat in, I think, 2 or 3 seasons. And they are really good. They have 7 years, I believe, of experience together, of pretty much this whole team. They have played a lot of ball. They are very well coached. They know what they're doing. They are also the oldest team in the age group, and this is their last season together because they're all aging out. So the other side of that coin is us. We're a new team. We are the youngest team, and we are trying to basically be what they are. They're really good. They're solid. They're well coached. They all know what they're doing. We're young and experienced, so we're trying to build towards that goal. So it's a good time to watch this game and watch how they play, learn how they do things, and we're going to try to use that as a reference for us for what we build our team to. So that being said, we'll get into the first playoff game. Thought I'd do this a little different, do my introduction a little bit longer and not have such the long post-game thing at the end that I always do. While I'm doing the introduction, you can watch the team warming up here. They're catching some ground balls. I think they catch them in the warm-ups about as good as they did during the game. Unfortunately, we had a few of them get by us. But that's part of the inexperienced team. For this season, we've had a lot of growth this season. And we've gotten to where our pitching has come along really good. Some off-speed stuff starting to work out for us better. We have a lot of balls that are batted into play now that we weren't getting as much of that at the beginning of the season. So with that, we have seen some errors crop up a little bit that we weren't used to seeing. Part of that's just opportunity. We're having a lot more opportunities to field the ball. Therefore, we're having a lot more opportunities to make errors. And that's a good thing. Those are growing pains that we need to have. So that growth is going to allow us to become a better team. And then with all of that growth, we'll be, hopefully, like the Great Pirates within a season or 2, where we won't be making all these fielding errors. We'll just be making good defensive plays and getting outs. So, all right, that's enough for an intro. Let's get to watching the game. All right, what you are watching right now is the coaches meeting. This is where the umpires get the coaches of both teams together. He asks that the coaches verify that everybody has their proper safety equipment and that everybody's familiar with the rules. We cover the time limits, the run limits, and we shake hands and say good game. And we usually throw a joke or 2 in there somewhere too, but that's what we do in a coaches meeting. Since the Gray Pirates are number 1 in the rankings, they have home field advantage. They will be the home team. The Black Pirates come in at number 3, and we are going to be the visiting team. So we will bat first, which means we are in the dugout right now getting our practice swings in. Gray is on defense first, so they are out here getting their warm-up pitches and tossing the ball around. So that's what we're doing right now.
Hey, most of all else about academics, let me show you this. Let's do this thing. 5 minutes. Got back to the office and said, I said, how you like the test? So one time it's great. I'm done. I can't put it all over here. Okay.
All right, first pitch has been delivered. This is an official ball game, and we take first pitch for ball number 1.
Go see other school. That's what exactly. Go see other school. And be thorough, you know. I said, really? So she's telling me to go shop around.
All right, our leadoff batter is our starting right fielder and one of our backup pitchers. She's a new player to me this season, and we just moved her to leadoff here a few games back. She's done really good at leadoff position, and this right here is against the number 1 pitcher in our age group, who throws some really fast pitches, and so far our leadoff batter does good against her. She's fouling them off. Got a couple strikes on her already, but unfortunately we're about to go down swinging. Batting second is our starting shortstop. She pops this one up, and it goes into foul territory. And the catcher catches the ball for out number 2. Here you can see this good catch made by the Gray Pirates. Hopefully the catchers for the Black Pirates will watch this video and get a little inspiration. We can do some of the same.
She's like, I can't believe it's all that. She said when she transferred me, she wasn't going to play here. And I started walking around the campus. She said, hey, can I come here? I got to set some time aside. She said she was in there 2 hours. One more, Tria, one more. And she looked at it and she said, tell you what I can do. I can't do this amount of money, but I can do this.
And the Black Pirates go down swinging for out number 3. So the one you just saw going there was our, I guess right now she's a right center fielder. We've moved her around a lot. She's a new player. This is her second season playing. We started her out at third a little bit in the beginning of the season, trying to see if she'd be an alternate there. She's also alternated at first a little bit for us, but as it stands right now, she is right center field, and she'll come in and back up first sometimes too. But she has made really good progressions from where she started last fall when she first started playing for me. She's a much improved player from then. Probably maybe the 3rd best hitter on our team at this point, which is pretty good considering how many experienced players we have on this team. Well, for the first inning, the Black Pirates were 3 up and 3 down. But some good notes to that one. You see the batters were not intimidated by how fast the pitcher for Gray Pirates pitches the ball. We had both the first 2 batters both able to foul off several of her pitches, so at least they were getting closer in the timing. The 3rd batter was a little bit late on her swings, but we'll work that out and be ready for the next time up.
Over there, I can say she's in that She won't win as much as the next person. Well, she ain't gonna grind nobody down to a love to do it. She was on the test she got 2 years. You know, I know what it's gonna take for y'all. She told me.
So if you notice a little bit of a delay here, the catcher for us is having trouble getting her gear on in the dugout. So that's why we're out there having to catch the balls from the pitcher and hollering for the catcher. Her gear was all kind of messed up. She was having trouble getting it on.
However you want to do it, because I'm here for you. But that's all of that. You get interested in doing it, find the school you like. Go to the door. That way you got a lot more room. Oh yeah, that's great. They know they get she's been going to like first year she went.
I heard the last time she was knocking a lot of stuff right at me.
She had 2 home runs in back practice. One of the college girls, I think, was 50 to her. And then in the game, she went out the game and hit a triple off the wall.
I'm pretty sure she
Her friend plays for Jackson, Mason Battle. She tried to get Mason to come with her. But Mason, I don't know. Like I'm telling you, we're going to get a good thing, man. This kind of reservation. She was close out with Jackson. She got this different school. She ain't no
Good thing.
her sister.
They don't know that.
Her sister, Kat, May 25th and May 29th.
But you can't, those are not both online yet. Those are first come out. You got it.
I feel the pressure. School ball.
Here come the Gray Pirates coming up to bat in the bottom of the first with no score. They shut us out in the first half.
It was smooth.
Hey there, both all in.
And it was everywhere.
I learned that.
I mean, people would pull up, pull right out. Savannah! Huh?
I don't know that.
Hey, girl! All right, Savannah, you're ready. All right, it's got to be good, Savannah. It's got to be good to swing.
All right, leadoff batter for Gray takes a walk. She normally is her second batter. I don't know why they had her lead off this time around, but switched up on us a little bit. But either way, she is on base for free.
No. He's wishing.
Well, that would be strike number 2, but she has lost count and thinks it is strike number 3. So they're going to get her back out here in a minute, let her finish her at bat as soon as they figure it out.
But where's my book?
2 strikes.
What you got? That's what I thought, but she went and ran off.
Now, Johnny, you got to pay attention, man.
Now you ran off. I couldn't. They want to yell around back.
That ball is smoked to first base, but first base doesn't make the catch. That would be an E3. Rolls out in the right field. Right fielder also doesn't make the catch. That would be an E9 on top of it. So we're going to talk about what might have been here at the end of this one. Here's a replay of the error at first base. And off in the distance, you can see the error at right field as well. However, I would like to point out the hustle both these players made. They both were in position to make the play. They just both failed to make the play. So they completed the first role I make for all the players, which is get to the play. Both of them did that part good. We'll work on them actually fielding the ball and making the catch later on in practice. So let's say in a perfect world, we complete the catch there, we get out number 1, and we hold the runner at third. That's where we'd be right now. But instead, we don't live in a perfect world. We live in a real world where errors actually happen. So instead of having a 1 out with no scores on the board, right now we have 0 outs and 2 runs scored off of the 2 errors you just saw here. So enough of the replays. Let's get back to the actual game. That would be a foul ball, and she is aiming for my camera. Now we have another E3, and we back that up with an E4 for a bad throw. At least this time we got in front of the ball and stopped it. That's a good thing. So we limited the damage there. But on the bad throw, the runner makes it to second base safe as well. Let's go back to that perfect world scenario, though. Right now, we should have 2 outs, and we'll say the runner we walked would have scored. So in our perfect world, we should be trailing by 1 with 2 outs right now. That's where we ought to be. And when we get a little more playing time, we clean his mistakes up, that's where we will be.
All right, Cal, keep it going.
That ball is popped up and caught by a third baseman for an out. And imagine, again, we're back in that perfect world where right now that would be out number 3. We would be ending the first inning trailing 1-0. Instead, that is only out number 1. And it's about to be a whole lot more than 1-0.
take a friend and I gotta go figure out. Okay. We got the whole 18, well, this side cut, and they decided to roll everything around there. Just like the other day, I just told her, like, hey, I'm gonna leave early tomorrow. Hey, how you doing? Hello, I just want to let you know. Somewhere around I have to do something.
Got your end.
Hi, Tree, bring this too.
So when we went to the guy out there in Knoxville, the old gas station there,
Yeah! Yeah!
he had a Appalachian.
All right, so we'll watch a replay of this one here. And not sure if the left fielder just overran the ball or what happened there, but she clearly didn't catch it on the first judgment. But she gets it back in really quick, and we almost got the runner out at third. So good heads-up thinking there, even after making the mistake. And actually, I think if third baseman had been in a better position, because the throw was right on target to her, we would have had that out too. So something we can improve on in practice.
I mean, we gotta do something.
Exactly. Jay, keep them straight.
Right, you probably do better than this than me.
What? It's 4 rounds, we got it.
I got this. Big booty. Big booty.
Yeah, it's 4 right there. Where's yours? Time to stop. See you there.
And so at the end of the first inning, Gray Pirates hit the limit. They now lead 5-0. A lot of defensive errors bit us in this one again. But as we pointed out earlier, we had the opportunity to have this being a 1-0 ball game at this point. So a lot of learning lessons here we can learn from and hopefully improve on and be better in the future.
Good pitch, Emily.
We rode all the way to Shakerhurst into the main. Left there went to Highland. Left there went up over 3 bridges. And come all the way back. Went up trail. And then started getting low. So you'll tell I don't have a big.
All right, down 5-0. Top of the second inning, and coming up to bat is our starting third baseman. Let's see if we can get us a rally going here.
75%.
Sorry, Pop-Tart, you got it.
I don't like it. I'd rather have. I'd rather and she told me it didn't have a tree. I said it don't have a tree yet. But when I turned it back down on my digital, the tree gauge comes up. So it does that. She told me they could put tree gauge in. Because the radio didn't work. You get the gas. Amy said, set the radio up. We'll go up. Amy said, I don't know what it is. All you guys are working day. So I set the radio up.
Alright, you got 3-1.
And then I pushed that thing and I blew the fuse and wiped all that out.
Whoa!
I just didn't bother the rest of the day.
Pattern, you
I
there.
Who's Ribby go? I think he over that baseball game over there.
No.
He's got a Braves head on him.
Yeah.
Right over there.
I'm not that seeing the swing. That's too big.
They thought over there watching that game. He got a ball. Well, he didn't throw with him, but he had no ball. Because I don't know if I got a ball for him. I'm going to want that 10 minutes again.
Alright, give me one more, Emily.
And the thing, look, that little toffee, it was almost touching the one. Which thing?
Alright, no butts are right here.
All right, base hit up the left side of the shortstop. She throws her runner out at first, and we hesitated a little bit at second, and unfortunately we were thrown out, stealing third. Let's zoom in here for a replay. You see a little bit of hesitation. That's probably the only thing that got us, but hey, you know, at the end of the day, I love the aggression. Let's keep trying to steal bases.
Good job, Gray. I couldn't do that. Where play, Gray? Lawn maintenance. I got to work. I like wearing short pants.
One more out, Emily.
Tear me up, boy. I know. It's like all split. Like a stuck my foot in my leg and the ground. Yeah, that pontoon boat. Small motor. It was loaded down. I mean, you couldn't even see the tune. The beta had to come off the gas. I believe it in there. That's what that's we was coming in for 4th of July. Everybody was coming in to the bank. Everybody was just chilling. By the time she filled out the gas a little bit, everybody went to the front. It went down. It went down. Then all the water just went all over the door. And that's all she was doing. Like, y'all know, yeah, it's a pontoon, but if you got everybody way up front, all one time you see that stuff of it, it just went down. But it popped back up like the ski. It popped back up, you know. But it popped back up. Oh, you owe me $5. It's on $6.
Hey, stand tall, Eva, you got it. We see one more out.
You should have bobbled a couple more times to see if she goes third and you had a better chance at third.
He was supposed to remind me to text you.
Look it up and go back. Here's what it says. It says England.
All right, the pitcher for the Gray Pirates has walked a few batters in a row, so they're going to go out there and try to talk to her and calm her down a little bit, get her head straight or whatever it is to help her throw more strikes. Same thing we would be doing in their situation.
All right, girls, we got it. One out, that's all we need right here.
Hydraulic one's got to be twin tail. No, wait, that's the front, and the rear 10 times. Then it says, you know, reset it, you know. So we gotta get a level on the ground first with a level, then hit it again, then recover, But it moved out.
Let's go, man. Ready?
Watch your bases.
The tires on the wrong side was all the way.
All right, Ely, two more, just like that, babe. Two more.
You know when he was on that thing?
You got it?
Oh, he jacked up then. I think it was out of stroke then. But you know, we're tough. Oh, yeah.
That was a good throw. I thought you had it.
It cuts the main power off and use the generator, so both of them will be coming in. Yeah, I just got to order things with that box in there.
The person got on it and they showed the toe, but she put it back on the toe. I just missed that. What was that?
Yeah.
Bouncing across a railroad track. They got to get out.
I guess it's 3-year-old, and I found some of this guy had a little light switch like all of mine. This hydraulic. They said 10 times. We tried 10 times. Pop right up there.
All right, well, it's a 5-run ball game, but if you see how that first inning worked out, we really had the chance to shut them out on offense. They saw the same thing we saw. So right now they're looking at bases loaded, and even though we have scored one run, or we've scored no runs yet, but even though we haven't scored yet, we are threatening with bases loaded here and only one out. So they're going to swap pitchers, put their starter back in, try to shut this down to make sure they don't blow this lead they got right here. Smart move. Like I say, we'd do the same thing if we had the opportunity. And that's right, we have 2 outs because I forgot the runner got tagged out at third.
We need 2 more, Trent. Shut it down. 2 more.
Move.
All love.
All right, give me one more.
Hey, anything close, ma'am, it's you. Anything close, ma'am.
Well, after the Gray Pirates put their ace pitcher back in there, we go down on strikes. She threw a total of 5 pitches, 3 strikes and 2 balls, and we're out. That would end the top of the second inning. Black Pirates still trail 5-0.
I did not say you.
A woman gives her a massage.
I got trials there in Molina up there.
Did I say Mark? Never mind.
You know what? There's one up there in Molina. Well,
Yeah.
it seems pretty good. Chris, he's over there, gentlemen.
She was at 9%. That blow, some people mark that.
Yeah.
But he also said,
They would have went behind me and Reno was going. I could be wrong.
there you go. Nice and hot for you, Jackson. Yeah, I'll be in here tomorrow. Parker, you gotta stop talking to me while I'm grabbing stuff. Okay, you just don't forget what I'm grabbing.
No, I need to go over there and see what you're there.
Anything on there?
Discount or something, keep the grass cut. You ain't have to cut the grass around here.
Great.
It ain't true. Sometimes you get the building, you got to cut the grass.
They starved.
We went to get ice cream.
You know what? They were going to eat it more than
Always. Thanks for putting out there all weekend. And
I never saw them.
I know.
99 I saw for just a day.
That's what I heard. Party decorations were good. How was everything?
I guess good. I saw it for a little bit.
That would go down in the books.
Yeah. Taylor, you want something?
What time you
I didn't
go?
say it. Wendy, she brought it.
She made me bring it.
Throw us next one down, okay?
All day.
All's in, throw us next down.
I went back to work today and it was rough.
Was it?
You see the computer. They sent me home at 4. I was all this hurting.
Get Taylor. Let her ride. When they come back, so she's going to get the baby car back in. I told her if she was going to come up here, then I just gave her the camera drop back and told her right back. But she said she made it.
I'm not lying. Y'all going to late for nothing? Yeah. Thanks, we are too.
Well, you don't need no late.
Too late wise.
You need to stay late from the late.
You're right. Shut up, Mark. I'm slow, ain't I? Oh, Lord.
You got to drink water.
As
Non-alcoholic.
long as it's daylight, I'm good.
All right, give me a call.
It was dark. It was dark.
I had to have surgery.
No, I didn't bust my eye, but
Broke the bone in my
the whole left side. It was timber. Face first.
no alcohol.
You had to have
I have no excuse. No excuse.
when the hair surgery, and they had to put a plate in.
My orbital flew in the helicopter to the trauma.
All right, swinging strike number 2 is dropped. Fortunately, that was only strike number 2.
It's more of a hassle than anything. When we went to school,
Run!
All right, that would be strike number 3, but unfortunately, it is dropped by the catcher, and the runner is safe at first. Much like the first inning was the inning of E3s, where the first base made a lot of errors. I think this inning you're going to see quite a few drop strikes. And on top of the drop strikes, you're going to turn right around afterwards and have a wild throw back to the pitcher on more than one occasion. But when you see those mistakes compounding like that, that's usually the player just, they're getting their head too much. They need to stop, catch your breath, and focus on the next play and, try to teach them all to let the last play go. Just move on and make next play. You can't go back and change the last one, so stop thinking about it and just make your next play.
They start, like the pitchers got practice tomorrow.
what's she gonna do? First. Third. You better do it.
I hope it's first.
Last time I did throw off, couldn't get back on.
Anyway.
Yeah. If they lose tonight, they're going to have to play Friday night.
This thing?
3-1.
This thing?
Oh, they do that? It'll be over Friday?
If they win.
Yeah, then right in. You may go late. You go get the tail and go out right back.
I'll be tore up by then. By 4. Always the first night going to be tore up.
So you got an extra day to recover?
All right, Macy, get her in.
So you're going to watch it.
Yeah, they. Well, yeah, that's something. Yeah, I figure
Hit that ball.
All right, Macy. Come on, girl.
Never thought I'd say it. Man.
Well, supposedly, he played tomorrow. He played that tomorrow. He played tomorrow. Then if he wins tomorrow, they don't have to play Thursday. If they lose, they got to play Friday. So,
Okay, what now?
so they play Tuesday. They got to play Thursday regardless. If they lose Thursday night, then they got to play Friday. If they win, they play Saturday. Saturday should be over.
What time Saturday?
Don't know. I gotta look at the well, we should win the game tomorrow because we play 7 seed. They ain't won but one game all year. Unless something tackles. We should win the next game too.
And we will drop the third strike again. Throw to first is wide. Second baseman has to back it up. The runner is going to score from third. And the runner at second advances to third place. So, yeah, all around, the drop third strike beats us there.
I'll see y'all next time. Thanks again.
Alright, I gotta come back. Yeah, I gotta come back.
She probably left everything.
What up?
We got a run scored. Hello? Run scored.
What's all this?
And here the ball is hit to shortstop and thrown to first. Now the runner was safe, but it's a good time to point out we actually made good plays on defense here. Everybody fielded the ball, everybody caught the ball, everybody threw it to the right spot, and they just were safe at first. So sometimes you do everything right and you just get beat. And that's what happened on that play.
All right, Savannah, get your hit now.
Well, the leadoff batter for the Gray Pirates just hit one right over the head of our shortstop. That was not in error. That just was a good hit. She reached and jumped up for it, but just out of her reach. So that'd be a double for their batter, and 5-run limit has been scored. Nope, scratch that. That was not 5 runs. That was only 4. The 5th run is on base right now. Ooh, that pitch was high. Good jump by our catcher, but she does not come down with it. That would be the 5th run scoring on a wild pitch, and that will end the 2nd inning. Gray Pirates take the lead at 10-0.
I've been holding this for you all this time.
Get you in.
Just saying, it's cool, but going like that don't hurt your arm.
Said your mom would like to play golf. You let her play golf? See, she said yeah. Get to the wind here.
All right, Cal, give me 3 out, 3 down.
Top of the third inning, last chance for the Black Pirates.
Hey, good, but y'all.
That throw was high, and it pulls the first baseman off the bag, so we are safe at first, and that will be a single.
All right, bring it down a little bit.
We'd be wanting something to eat or something.
Yeah. All right, 3-1.
One athlete.
Well then that's your
Hey, good pick, Cal. Good pick. Hey, full count. Don't lose your hair. You got it. Hey, good pick. Hey, good.
I can help you next on this side.
All right, 2 batters in, we have a hit and a walk. This is the makings of a rally. Now, in the actual game, I'm realizing nobody is cheering on my team, and you're about to hear why.
Hey, Black Pirates, where's my team at? Ain't nobody in the dugout. Come on. All right, game over. My team ain't in the dugout.
Well, we hit that one right back up the middle, and they throw the runner out at third. We still got runners first and second, but now we have one out, and the next batter up to deck is nowhere to be found. So we're hunting down our team right now, who's all decided to wander off. But in the meantime, we still have a rally brewing, and the Gray Pirates are using some great defensive strategy to keep us from scoring. Most players would have taken that ball and thrown it straight to first for the easy out. They went to third to prevent us from getting a run in. Good thinking. There you can tell this team right here is practicing for All-Stars this summer. All right, there we go. A base hit from the center fielder into right field, and it scores our leadoff batter, who happens to be our right fielder. So there we go. Black Pirates are on the board. It is now 10-1, I believe. Yes, that's correct. It is 10-1, and now our whole team is here. Everybody's in the dugout ready to bat.
Good throw, Trady. They didn't let us out early. I didn't want to go outside. I'm trying to say bye to all the girls. You hear that?
They crack.
Hang on, what's the count, Blue?
Ready to go.
Yeah, 3-0.
Woo, good throw. Got us looking off third base over there, and we are out for out number 2. Let's see this in replay.
Hey, yeah! Way to be watching!
Way to go.
Go, Larson!
And a base hit up the middle. But they field it, and they tag second, get the forced out for out number 3, and the rally has come to an end. We got a lot of hits. I think we put up, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 batters in a row got on base, and we got 1 run. That is excellent defense from the Gray Pirates right there. That will end the third. Nope, that will be the middle of the third. 10-1.
I didn't want to leave anyway. I said, God, all the girls
Hayden, good play. That's what I told her. I said, good play. Hey, they don't want to just add up. We're just adding up.
I was wrong.
All right, we're at the bottom of the third. It's time for the defense to get some outs here, and let's prevent the Gray Pirates from scoring any more runs. We can keep this a 9-run ball game. We can come back, put 5 on top of the next inning. We can close the gap back up and make it competitive. We've actually done that several times this year. Gave up big leads early on, and then came back later in the game. So let's see if we can get it going here.
I'm not worried about Mark.
So, yeah, a little funny moment here in the game. There's a little bit of netting over the top of the backstop above the field, and the ball got hung up between the net and the fence. First time we've seen that happen. That netting they've added is new this season, so ball got stuck there. He has the other game ball. At some point, somebody comes by and knocks it out, and we put the ball back in play.
That one down there never closes.
The booster clubs don't do concessions. We don't ever have concessions. It's like they got a big ceremony on the field. I got to be there.
All right, Kelly, you got 2 on.
I wasn't. I usually don't look for
Who's number 1 draft?
So right now, there's not really, not going to change pitchers or anything like that. That's not really what we're looking at here. Just noticing there's been a lot of errors made in a row here. We got a couple pitches that are outside that are not being caught. They just got all over third base based off of that. We got some, people out there look kind of visually upset. I just had to get on to all of them in the previous inning because they weren't in the dugout. And so going out there and let everybody know, hey, it's okay. We've moved on past that. We're making the next play now, and that's in the past. We learned that lesson. So there's no hard feelings out there. Let's just everybody remember we've put a whole season into this, and we're in the playoffs now. Let's focus and let's do our job. And in the meantime, while we're doing our job, no matter what the scoreboard says up there, we need to be enjoying ourselves. We all play this game because we love it. I coach this game because my kid loves it, and I want my kids to succeed. And I enjoyed playing it back in the day too. So we're all out here to have fun, and we're all here to make this enjoyable. And yeah, it's a lot more fun when you're winning, but even when you're not winning, and this situation here, we are definitely not winning this game. We can still win our plays. We can still win our moments, and it's kind of what I'm telling everybody out there. And just, encouraging them back up and just reminding them, hey, this game is fun. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy ourselves and, put the past inning behind us and let's go make the next play.
All right, Kel, get him in, girl. Get you one. Don't go under. Yeah! Straighten it up, baby girl. Baby girl. All right, you ready? Put them gifts in it.
The mom says he didn't have no deal. He walked in.
You done told him.
Oh,
Oh!
and football. Good.
All right, you got a full count, babe. It's got to be good right here.
I didn't see this in the game. The catcher is twirling. She can't find the ball, so it clearly must have got knocked over the back of the net. She still ain't found that thing yet. That's funny. So yeah, the catcher here, I've had her before, but I love her heart. I love her personality or mindset. She's kind of like the cheerleader of the team, so she's pretty funny. And they've made a base running error, and we just got them out at second base. Good job, Black Pirates. And really not even one base running error, but two, because as soon as we threw the ball to second base, run on third should have came and took home. That was an easy run scored, and they didn't take that opportunity. But at the same time, this opportunity only presents itself because we dropped third strike. This play should have never happened in the first place. We should have had the runner out at home before she ever got on base. So self-inflicted problems here, but at least that one worked in our favor. So I believe in this situation, our catcher was like a shark with blood in the water. She was ready to throw that runner out at second. Fortunately, the shortstop was paying more attention and did not move over to cover the bag, recognizing there's a runner on third and we do not need to be throwing the ball here. Let them have second base. And as soon as all that happens, doesn't matter because that would be a pop fly to the outfield and they're going to get a triple. 2 runs will score. Again, no errors from the outfield. That's just a good base hit. Happened to bounce right between them. They fielded the ball, got it to the cutoff throw. Cutoff throw, got it back to the pitcher, held the runner at 3. Good job.
Baby girl!
You said, yeah, me. Where'd she get her?
And the first pitch is popped up to center field. Black Pirates do not come down with a catch because they collide in the outfield. Unfortunately, everybody's okay, but here we'll zoom in and see the collision right there. They both ran for the ball. Nobody called it as a dangerous situation. We don't call the ball. Results in an in-the-park home run. And I think at this point, everybody's worried about the safety of the players here. So the umpire sees this, and he is going to call the ball game for runs allowed. So I gotta admit, this is a first for me. I've never had a ball game called because we allowed too many points, but it's the first for everything, and this was the first time this happened, and hopefully it will be the last time. This is a double elimination playoff, so we have another game scheduled Friday. This will be our chance to stay alive and hopefully take down the number 1 team, who is still undefeated. So again, just too many errors for this team. The first inning, we had 2 E3s and an E9 that resulted in several runs scoring. In the second and third innings, it was drop third strikes. We had, I believe, 4 of them, and that scored a lot of runs. Usually, we don't usually make this many mistakes in a game, but we did in this game. Hopefully, we get all those out of the way, and we quit making so many errors in future games. But at the same time, one of the reasons why we're making so many errors is our pitching has improved greatly over the season. We're getting a lot more balls that are batted in the play, a lot less that are walks and wild pitches and stuff like that. And with that, we're getting more opportunities to make errors, which is why we're seeing an increase. But it also means that the players are getting more time fielding balls, which means they're going to get better. And we'll see a decrease in errors eventually in time. And also, as we practice, we're going to work a lot on ground balls. A couple people get killed by ground balls. We got a few who are having trouble with pop flies. So we know we've identified who we need to work with. We'll work with them and help them work on ground balls and pop flies and get better at that. And then we'll work with the catchers on drop third strikes and just blocking the ball. So, it's a work in progress. We'll get there. Like I say, this is our first season in 16U. Last year we were competing in 12U, so this year we're in 16. We're the youngest team. It will take time, but we've got to clean up these mistakes if we're going to be competitive. And so here, the coach for the other teams actually come over and talking with our team. He's basically telling stories about how 3-4 years ago when they were the young team, how it was for them, and how just lifting the team back up, tell them to keep their spirits up, and keep on playing, keep enjoying it, and we'll get better as we play more. And at the same time, it's a good time to point out, I've had a lot of conversations with that coach. Just on one hand, just learning how to be a better coach myself, things I can do to help improve the team, working with fundamentals, and also the coach that he competed against, because before we moved up into 16U, there was another team that was Black Pirates before us. They were really good too, and the team we just played today, the Gray, and the old Black Pirates team were very competitive. And I've actually, back in fall, got to work some with the coach from the old Black Pirates, learned a lot from him about how to run a practice. And we've implemented that this season, and we've seen a big improvement in our team. So, you learn all you can from other coaches, and I've had 2 great ones before me. I've been able to learn from them, learn a lot, and trying to implement some of that, and there's still a lot to be learned even on my part. So I spend a ton of time reviewing videos that I film, kind of talk to other coaches, learn some stuff from them, trying to improve my game at the same time, also trying to help these players improve their game. We're going to get there. It just takes time, it takes practice, all around, from the players, from the coaches, from everybody. We're working on it, and we're going to improve, and we're going to come back, and we're going to win some ball games.
Yeah, 14-1. I don't like 11-2 on the other team. That's the reason I'm looking.
But is there only will be playing next? has 10 points.
Well, I think you had to add 10 points.
At what?
Yeah.